Today we're trying out one of the longest raised garden beds that I can find on Amazon, and then we're going to talk about dirt. Here's an unboxing of the bed. It was packed fairly small considering that it was the longest bed that I could find, but inside the package there were the side pieces, the corner pieces, some support beams for the middle, and the hardware. Putting it together was fairly self-explanatory, but there were also instructions included in the box. Since I was working alone, it took me about an hour to assemble the whole thing. So I threaded everything just with my hands, hand tight, and now I'm going to come back through and tighten up all these screws with either a screwdriver or an impact drill, and then I'm going to hold these nuts on the back with either pliers or a wrench. This particular kit has square nuts, so I unfortunately have to use pliers instead of like a nut driver, but I guess it is what it is. So that's what we're gonna do next. This bed was advertised as 4 foot wide, 1 foot high, and 12 foot long, but when measuring it, the height and the width were right, but the length only measured at a little over 11 feet. Now, I kind of knew this because the reviews had mentioned the same thing, so I wasn't too mad about it, but keep this in mind if you're going to be buying one for yourself. So I have my beds in place, and we are going to fill them up with dirt. I'll talk about that a little more in a second. First, we're going to take these logs and we are going to line the bottom of our bed with these logs. And what that's going to do is it's going to cut down on the amount of dirt that we need to fill these beds, because these beds are a foot deep, so that's going to require a lot of dirt. But by placing logs, we can save some space, use less dirt, save some money, and then over time these logs will decompose and they make a great additive to the soil. Here's what it looks like with the logs in. I spaced it out a little more than I was expecting to, because I didn't need to have the logs right next to each other. But now we're going to fill it up with dirt. This pile is where I keep all of my garden soil. It's about 4 cubic yards. It's a 50-50 mix of screen topsoil and mushroom compost. It's got a really nice color. It holds together, but it also crumbles pretty easily, which is really good for soil. It means that it's able to drain, but also has the capabilities to hold on to some moisture. The reason why I buy so much soil and I buy it like this as opposed to getting the bags, I'm actually going to explain in the editing room. So I'm going to throw it over to myself and do some garden math. Okay, it's time for some garden math. Now, for each cubic yard of soil that I purchase, it's about $45, but that doesn't include delivery. Now, that'll be a factor later, but $45 per cubic yard is what I pay for garden soil. If we compare that to what you can buy at places like Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever, you can see that sometimes buying in bulk is significantly cheaper than picking up the individual bags of soil. For this explanation, I'm going to be using Home Depot pricing because that's the first thing that I looked up. They sell a 1.5 cubic foot bag of Miracle-Gro garden soil for $8.27. Now, if we divide $8.27 by 1.5, we get $5.51 per cubic foot. If we multiply that by 27, because there's 27 cubic feet in a cubic yard, we get $148.77, which is a lot more than what I'm currently paying for my bulk soil. They also sell a 0.75 cubic foot bag for $4.27. So if we divide $4.27 by 0.75, we get a total of $5.69 per cubic foot. Again, multiply that by 27 and we get $153.63 per cubic yard. Now, occasionally these stores will have a sale, usually at the beginning of the season, where you can get 5 bags for $10 of the 0.75 cubic foot amount. So this works out to $2 per 0.75 cubic foot. If we divide 2 by 0.75, we get $2.67 per cubic foot. Again, multiply that by 27. That works out to being $72.09 per cubic yard, which is a little bit closer to the $45 that I pay now. Even though bulk soil may be cheaper, there's another factor that we still have to consider, which would be delivery. Unless you have your own truck that you're able to load and haul the dirt yourself, you're going to have to pay somebody to deliver it for you, and that could cost anywhere between $40 or even more than $100 depending on where the dirt's coming from and where you live. In this case, it may be more reasonable to go with bag soil because you can haul it without a truck. You could easily transport the bags in a car if you needed to. If I wasn't able to haul the bulk dirt myself and I had to go with bag soil, I would try to catch it at the sale price to get it as close to that bulk price as I can get. Did some pretty good damage on my pile of soil there, but the beds are now filled and I think they look pretty good. I think any complaints that I had about them, I was already sort of aware of, like how it is sort of easy to dent here. I made a little ding with the wheelbarrow, and some of the edges can be quite sharp. But I did sort of expect this coming into this because I had read the reviews, but it wasn't enough for me to not want to purchase them in the first place. So I hope these raised beds will make it a little bit easier for me to keep up with gardening this year as I continue to recover from some injuries that I had over the winter. But with that being said, if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought, and get subscribed to see what I have coming up next. As always, thanks for watching and happy growing.